Welcome back, you guys. You've got the best podcast in the 815. This is Beyond the Cube. This is Bob. Always with me, as you guys know. This is Vince. What's going on, man? How's it going?
Oh man, I am here. I'm above ground. We're just trudging through, just making our way. I know today I had we have a write-in for our writing group. We're basically like the space that we have for our meetings. We can actually kind of like the person who owns the group, she's worked with the pastor over there to like basically work out times on Saturdays where we get like between 10 to 4 to kind of like go in, bring a laptop, bring a notebook, and then either just write, just edit, just time of like pure like uninterruption. So I know I did that today and did that from like noon to 3 or so. That was really fun, really productive too. I did everything I wanted to and more. So I was happy about that. How about you?
Oh, man, it was kind of a lazy day today. Like, believe it or not, I literally slept in, and I didn't get out of bed until 10 o'clock today, which, like, hardly ever happens. I woke up at the usual, like, about 6 o'clock, and just, like, the weather up here, it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We're finally through almost like the polar vortex, and I think that we were either going to get like rain and possible storm, or it was going to be the thing where like we were like sort of on the cusp and we were going to get snow and ice or whatever. So I am so happy that it's been raining all day. I'll definitely take that instead of snow and ice right now because I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm through. I'm good. I've kind of had my fill. But along with that, is all the snow that's currently here right now, and with it warming up, is just melting all over the place. And I got a friend that man, totally sucks. I'm sorry to hear it and say it, but their basements are flooding, man, and it's been flooding over just throughout the last week. And
Yeah.
with, like I said, with that defrost today and with the rain coming down and with the wind, like, dude, I don't know how crazy. I know you're a little bit out of the township and I'm in town, and man, it was whipping around like crazy today, dude. It was crazy. It was nuts.
Oh yeah. No, driving to the writing meeting was pretty crazy with the wind. It's like I could just feel it like pushing on the vehicle, And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then I know in our backyard, I was like, I even told my son, I was like, hey, look, I was like, we got a pool out there because like a little pond is kind of formed where all like, yeah, the snow and ice melted. And then all the rain just on top of that. It's like a good portion of the backyard is flooded. So I haven't even like kind of checked the crawl space. Like I figure I'll just do that tomorrow when everything kind of settles down a little. But
Right. Yeah.
no, it's yeah, that has been hectic, man.
Man, dude. Yeah. But as once again, as far as just today, it's been a rather enjoyable Saturday for the most part. It was, a little bit hectic for a little bit because, we didn't know if we were going to record tonight.
Yep.
Things were totally up in the air. I feel like I stressed everybody out and should have just let it ride as it was. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. Happy that everybody's listening as well too. I just want to say too, kind of before we go any further, that man, I'm looking at the numbers daily, Vince, and I mean, it's pretty awesome, dude. Like,
Yep.
it seems like we are kind of getting some love, dude.
No, we definitely are. And I mean, man, even all the posts that we put up too, I know we've put a couple up today that man, we got a lot of reactions
Yep.
and like a lot of people who were kind of excited about what's going to be coming up here soon. And man, even what we did show wasn't even like the Patreon stuff, like the stuff that we're
Right.
planning for,
Yeah.
to be like shipping next month. So that was wild. I'm like, man, I was like, I love you guys. You guys are awesome for real.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time, I feel like, well, we've been working at this. I feel like I surprise people when I show them what, even like what we're doing today, like with this like growing document, just as it is, and the structure of it and stuff, and it's just so cool, bro. Happy to be on this journey and ride with you, homie. And then once again, as far as like all the listeners out there, man, like, I forever appreciate you. This just it's so cool to think of like how this originally started and like where we're at now and how it's like morphing into something even bigger than what we sort of imagined, honestly. So, yeah. So once again, just appreciate all the love from everywhere. We see where the people are listening from. To our listeners out there in Ireland and Germany, once again, I know who you are in Germany. In Ireland, I think you are. But man, dude, for real, we appreciate the love from everywhere, for real. And once again, check out the post that Vince is talking about on Facebook. I have not shared it yet, or I haven't tweeted it out yet. But yeah, I mean, we just we're always kind of showing and posting new stuff, man. And the post that came out today was part of like my little project thing that I had this. That I was working on this morning, and very happy and very excited with the outcomes of that, man. Like, that is almost a game changer, truthfully, for me personally. So, yeah, dude. So, even though it was a very easygoing morning, it was still a very productive morning, which is always good. Those are my favorite.
Yep. I was just kind of thinking, I was like, it's kind of funny that it's like, oh, it's been a lazy day. It's like, we just like knocked out a few projects that we'd been working on. So
Right. NBD, man, no big deal. It's
but
whatever.
I know
Didn't
it's
real.
just, I mean, it's just the way, I don't know. It just shows like the drive, that we have. But it's kind of funny because we also kind of like, really kind of like nurture that drive within other people too.
Yeah.
Like other people who they want to do, like, that need shirts, that want to talk about writing, that, have been talking about podcasting, like getting set up, like streaming, stuff like that. Like, we are like 100% behind that too. And I mean, that's part of what we have. That's part of what we even have kind of going on, like with some of these other, like basically having some of these guests on too, is it's like they have works that they want to promote, and it's like we are 100% behind that, and we'll totally have them on to go ahead and promote, like, like the groups that they put together, or their music, or anything that they got going on.
Absolutely. It was funny because yesterday, Vince had given me a ride home after work, and so just in casual conversation, even today I listened to the playback of the most recent episode that we had with our buddy Zach and Josiah of Settling Houses, and which to me is just an hilarious episode, man. That one was it's just so awesome. Like, we literally got into the recording room, had nothing to talk about whatsoever at all, and our friend Zach was like, "Hey, let me know the next time you record, because I might want to just kind of listen and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, awesome," because then we could kind of test a few things out, and this and that. And so,
Yeah.
of course, he gets on, and it's just me and you, Vince, we're talking, and of course that just sort of that flow is there. And then Zach, with his just awesome radio voice, and that deep baritone that he's got, like, he comes in and starts talking like, "Oh yeah, this is money. Like, we just need to go ahead and start recording this right now, because this is gold right here." And just, yeah, I if last episode was hard to follow, I apologize, but at the same time, it was a lot of fun. So
Yep.
I definitely look forward. Zach's got some things that he's working on, and of course Josiah is forever always got different musical things that he's working on, which is really cool. And hopefully, me and him can get to that side project that I talked about, man, about like 6 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Have not even come close. Me personally, I hope he's not waiting on me, because if so, like, I got a lot going on. If it's no excuse, Josiah, I'll try to get to it, man. But yeah, dude. check all those guys out, man. We put social settling houses link in on the episode posts and stuff, and Sock Valley Smash, which is Zach's kind of jam of what he's doing now here recently. We'll have to share something of them on Facebook too. So definitely look them up, man. They're good people, and once again, totally look forward to having them back on the podcast for sure.
Yep, for sure, man. So see, man, you think it's time? Just
Let's
head
do
on
it.
into this.
Oh, bro, you already know I'm excited for this.
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so we do have Bree on with us again here. Bree, can you hear us? You got us?
Hey guys.
There she is. So no, we did kind of I guess we gave you a homework assignment of some sorts
Little homework assignment.
to watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So I mean, Bree, what did you feel about the adventure? Was it truly excellent?
It was hilarious, guys. It was definitely excellent. Definitely a good recommendation for the first movie.
Nice.
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, knocked it out of the park. Oh, yeah. That's so awesome. I'm so glad that, first of all, let me just say, there was a part of me that was a little bit worried whether you were even going to like it to begin with, because just not really too sure how your taste in movies are. But when you came to work the other day and was like, I could see it just in your eyes, how you were smiling. I was like, yes, I already know this is going to be amazing. So first of all, let me just say that it's a big relief that you liked it, number one. So yeah. So as far as like as your review, like, I mean, what would you say was your favorite part?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the next day after I watched it, I went up to Vince's desk as soon as I clocked in. Like, I even showed up early, and that is so rare for me. And I went to Vince's desk and I was like, "Where's Bob? Like, I have to tell you guys both." And he's like, "Oh, he's not here today." And I was like, "No." But I seriously went up to Vince and I was like, "Oh my God, Vince, I loved it. It was hilarious." And I was like, okay, my favorite part, I thought it was hilarious when they were sitting in the parking lot, and it was a Circle K parking lot, first of all. That cracked me up. And then, like, the time machine comes down and it's them two standing there and they just look so confused. And they're like, if you're really us, then what number are we thinking of? And they like both looked at each other and they're like, 69.
69.
I told Vince, I was like, that was by far my favorite part. It was hilarious.
No, what's funny about it too is it's like when, man, I know Bob, we talked about this too, where it's like there were a few parts in the movie where when we watched it, it's like we were younger and we just totally did not get it. Like, and that was one of those parts where it's like, okay. I was like, I guess that's cool that they were thinking of the same number.
Yes, but, and then the part,
exactly.
the part in the beginning that Bob was talking about, where like his dad like is like, "Oh, here, take the money, like get out of your room." Like, as his stepmom and him are like sitting in there, like if you were little, you would be like, "Oh, okay, like he's just leaving," but you're like, "No, there's something sneaky behind this. Like, what's he doing?"
Yeah, that like I seriously so. I didn't really rewatch the movie until I believe it was Sunday night of this week. It is Saturday, March 9th, 2019. This is Beyond the Cube podcast. So I watched it on Sunday when I was doing some artwork or doing some work or whatever. And so yeah, I mean that part is literally like within like the first maybe 10, 15 minutes or so. And so Bill's sitting there talking and Ted's giving him a hard time, and he's like, "Yeah, when we were a freshman, your mom was a senior and this and that," and talking about your stepmom. And so like I kind of remember chuckling about that, but then like here she comes in, and of course it's like the 80s, like, you know, the hot girl in the music video and stuff, and she's got the hair teased, and like I can't even really truly think she's got like a large shirt with like a belt on or something like that, something really 80s. And then so here comes the dad, you know, coming in, and looking typical daddish, with the glasses, and I think he might have had a cardigan or whatever, and then like it gets really creepy and weird because like he's totally looking this woman up and down, and it's very convincing in my opinion. Like it's just in the look on his face, and he's just like slipping him $20. All right, boys, yeah, go ahead. And then they just shut the door, and I'm just like, that when that part happened, like my mouth literally just about hit my desk. Like I was like, oh, like as a kid had no clue even what that could have even meant at all whatsoever. But like just the way how it was portrayed, like wow, oh wow, like I was like, wow, that just happened.
And then Bill's like,
No.
or Ted's like, your mom's hot though, and he goes, shut up.
Yeah. Just the amount of times that it's like, shut up, Ted.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Oh man. So yeah, so once again, if you haven't seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, basically it's a movie set in the 80s in San Dimas, California, and you got Bill S. Preston, Esquire, and you got Ted Theodore Logan, which they have the band Wild Stallions, which they totally don't know how to play at all. They're just they're just in the band, and it's awesome because like as soon as it starts, they start talking about Eddie Van Halen, and he's like, "Dude, we need to make a most triumphant music video." And then, and then Bill's like, "No, but we need this. He's like, "No, we did a triumphant music video." Like, I just loved it. I was stuck right in, and so of course, they're kind of clowns and fools in high school or whatever, and basically, it's that whole thing where like, the teacher comes up and was like, "You guys, it's semester's about to end, and you guys are flunking, and in order to, you're gonna have to really do a really good job on this report." And so, they go back home, and then all of a sudden, here comes this time machine, which is a phone booth with like, it looks like a fake, like, well, it looks like an umbrella piece up on the top of it, really, like without the cloth, basically. And then comes George Carlin as Rufus. And basically Rufus kind of says, "Hey, here's the time machine, fellas. Have at it. Party on." And Bill and Ted decide to, instead of writing their report, basically, they're going to kidnap all these awesome history dudes, basically. And yeah, so it's got a little bit of cheese to it too, the report, the princess babes, like
yes.
Oh god, the mall scene with all the historical figures.
Dude, yeah. Oh yeah. I like what? So Joan of Arc is doing the whole like jazzercise, like workout thing, and gosh, what else? What else was Beethoven was in like the was in the music shop and like was playing the keyboards and stuff.
Oh, was it in Billy the Kid and Socrates? They're
Socrates Johnson.
I know, right? Oh, too fun, man. No, it's kind of funny because it's like, even looking back now, I was kind of like, man, I was like, did we wear stuff like that too? It's like, and yeah, I mean, Bill and Ted style was kind of more of what the style I kind of remember, like the hoodie, like tied around like the waist and everything like that. Like, but,
I feel like that's coming back in style,
dude. Right?
Like it's repeating itself.
I wish I could say that I was cool like Ted, but I'm pretty sure, like, I know for a fact that there's like, gosh, this is so embarrassing, but I want to say maybe like 5th grade, my school picture, like for whatever reason, like, so I went to Florida that summer vacation, and I had like a blue mesh football jersey that said Florida and like 89 on it, and but it was like one of the ones that like cut up like right above like the belly button. And like for school day, I was like, totally got to wear this. Like, of course. I mean, why would I not wear it? So I have a school picture of a crop top. Basically, is what it looks like. Kind of like how Bill wears through most of the movie. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find that. Maybe I might break that out. I don't know. We'll see.
Bob, I was cracking up the whole time. So as soon as you were like, I was totally me hitting the guitar. And as soon as they were like, excellent, and then like it went, ee! I started busting up laughing. I was like, I could so see Bob doing
Oh, dude, yes,
that.
absolutely. Oh man, yeah, dude, yes. I never, I never had like a dream to like be in a group kind of like Wild Stallions, but man, I mean, how could like it was like one of those things when you watch movies and stuff, like you just kind of mimic the characters and stuff, and I totally can remember like acting like Ted for the longest time, for real. Ugh. Man, so Bree, so would you recommend this movie to anybody? And if you would recommend it, like what would you tell them?
Oh my gosh. I totally would recommend it to somebody, but I feel like they would have to be super open-minded and block out all the cheesiness of it because it was super cheesy. But if you actually pay attention, the stuff that they said, like I went up to Vince and I was like, I feel like I could use so many quotes out of this movie in so many different
Yep.
situations. Like they were hilarious.
Man, absolutely.
I know I've been doing the whole was it most heinous and excellent kind of thing now, like the last like about week or so since I've watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I went up to Vince and told him about it, he like Skyped me and he like was listening to the soundtrack from the movie. He's like, now
Yes.
you got me all in it.
Oh man, the music was really well, like coming from like I mean where I was, and everything, like with like the rock like background and everything. Yeah, it's like that music was on point for me. The
That
future
it
stuff
was.
I didn't know about that too though, like when they pull up into the future
Oh
and
yeah.
they have like more of the I don't even know because it's like almost like an ambient rock kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like it's kind of funny to think of what like the creators of that movie thought would be like futuristic rock.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny to listen to like. Well, first of all, like some of the music that's was out then, like in the '80s, like a lot of that synth stuff is definitely coming back, like
Yeah.
really, really hardcore right now. And there's a funny story that I'll kind of see if I can get back to, so I'll put a pin in that one. But yeah, when they go to that like utopian like sort of futurist place or whatever, I had no idea. I'm kind of just looking at a few like notes or whatever, so it makes sense. But did you know that those like supreme beings, like when they come out, there's three of them, and they're sitting like in their chairs or whatever, right? So like, did you know that one of them was one of the guys from Bruce Springsteen's band, the saxophone player? Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yep. Clarence Clemens was one of the guys, that's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah. So when they're there too, there's another part that is one of sort of my favorites too. When they're like, "Oh yeah, we totally bring you with, but it's not a future report; it's a history report." Loved it. Classic.
Oh man, I've like so really thinking about it too, like how I guess really that whole 80s revival kind of is happening at the moment when you kind of think of like Stranger Things or even the movies that they're doing now. Like a lot of them are like kind of like throwbacks to like 80s. So Bree, do you think that this is something that if they tried to like remake it, that they would be able to do that in current time, or do you think it like stood the test of time where it's like it basically doesn't need to be remade?
I don't think it could be remade just because of the actors and like their I don't know, I thought one of the funniest things was their voices. Because I was asking Bob because I was trying to relate it to like maybe a movie that I've like watched with my dad. And he's like, no, it's not like that. It's not like that. And I watched it and I was like, this for sure could not be remade. Just because of the way their voices are, like they're so chill and like Cali style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just no, I don't think it could be remade.
That's a really interesting and really good point, because now that I think about it, like I don't know, like you don't really hear like anybody make fun, like Vince, you get made fun of because because Jamie says that you're a Valley girl because you say like all the time on the podcast.
Oh, it's
But
true. It's totally true. So,
outside of that, though, like I don't really think you hear that kind of like surfer California sort of cowabunga type like accent anymore. Really,
No,
you
like the
really don't.
dude, like the way
Yeah,
they just like drag everything.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That I never
Yeah.
thought about that.
I know.
So
What it's
have
like
you?
having a young person on here to explain it to you. I'm kidding.
Dang, dang, there it is. Wow. No, so I don't know. Have either of you guys seen or like if you guys watch Saturday Night Live and they had like there's kind of like there used to be a reoccurring skit called The Californians. Have any of you guys like seen that at all? Where like they sort of talk and then like they look, everybody just sort of looks off into a mirror. Yeah, no, no,
I
No.
kind of
doesn't
remember
sound
that
like it.
one.
Oh
I
man,
kind of
those
remember
are
that because it was like it was kind of funny because it's like where they had like a bit of truth to it, but they just kind of like drew it out, you know? Like
yeah.
like it's like okay, it's like I could totally see this happening, you know? It's like there's enough truth in it.
They're always like, yeah, I took down Santa Monica and then got off of the expressway and took that down till I went down the 9th, and they just keep like naming all these different roads, and then like they stop and then they make these really stupid faces into the camera, and then they
Yep.
look into like this mirror basically, and that's all that it is. But even then though, like those accents that they use there don't really sound like the surfer 80 dude like pizza cowabunga type people back then, man. That's I never really thought about that. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, and yeah, today, man, you don't even hear that at all. Man, that's crazy. Like, I wonder how would they even remake that then? You know, like who would
Man,
they? It's one of those things where it's like, okay, who would they get to like play like these iconic roles? You know,
seriously. Yep.
and I mean, even if you think, and I mean, this is another one where think like Lethal Weapon. You know, like I
Yeah.
can't think of Lethal Weapon as anyone except for like was it Mel Gibson and Danny Glover? You know,
Right.
but then
Right.
they have the TV series that they tried to, yeah, basically kind of like I don't know, like almost like redo the magic. And
Yep.
I was just like, nope. I was like, I can't have any of this. It's like it's just not the same dynamic, you know.
That's
And I don't think they
that,
could find two actors that have that same dynamic that those two did.
I don't think so. I mean, I too was a pretty big fan of Lethal Weapon, and I didn't watch the TV series at all. Like, period. Like, I didn't watch it at all. Did you even watch it whatsoever, Vince?
Man, I gave it like an episode, because I was like, I mean, that's one of those. That's another one, like being like the whole like the fanatic over like movies, especially like 80s, 90s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I was like, I'm gonna give it a chance and we'll see. And no, it just did not feel right at all. Like I don't know if that makes sense.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
however, so I'm super excited about the part 3 for Bill and Ted, where they actually do have the original actors, and I mean, it sounds like that's kind of in the works, which is amazing. I really can't wait for that.
That's so. Bill and Ted's was literally like one of the original movies that we were talking with a few people in our department that they had no clue about, and which once again kind of brings in the whole original reason why Beyond the Cube is the thing as it is right now. Like, because once again, like we said from Bree's episode, originally the whole idea for this was to only discuss like with younger people and like either talk about like movies, talk about possibly music, talk about
Hmm.
whatever, and then have them either listen to it, watch it, whatever, read it, and come back and get the reaction to it. So man, this to me really comes full circle. This was truly what it was all about, and Bree, for you to watch it, and first of all, to come, for you to be on, we appreciate it. Yeah, to follow through like it and watch it, and to hear your response, man, this is awesome, dude. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it.
I seriously loved it. I was cracking up the whole time. Definitely highly recommend watching that movie.
Oh yeah, there it is. Cool. So Vince, since she seems to like the 80s sort of high school comedy type genre, I mean, there are there's a handful of other movies that we could definitely go. So what direction do you think we should go next with Bree?
I'm actually really liking the I know we had talked about it, and I think we both kind of feel the same way about this one here with Encino Man. Even though it's I think that was 90s, right? Or early 90s.
Oh man. Yeah, I think you're right.
But you're introduced to, I mean, God, this had to be early, like super early in like was it Brendan Fraser's career?
Yep. Oh yeah.
And on top of that too, an introduction to Pauly Shore, which I think this is where the majority of the world was introduced to Pauly Shore. So that's kind of, I think that's pretty fitting.
Yes. And then, but also, not Frodo, Sam's in this too, which I can't remember his name. Yeah, Sam's in it.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that too, man. Yeah.
And also, okay, so the bully in Encino Man, I can't remember what his name is, but he's got that, like, oh gosh, Bree. So when you watch Encino Man, I don't want to say it yet, but there's gonna be one part. I feel like you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Vince, I'm not gonna ruin it. So maybe when we're offline or whatever, I'll let you know which part it is that I was talking about. But yeah, so all we're gonna really tell you about Encino Man, Bree, is that high school movie. It's set in California. What else, Vince?
Man, really, Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore, and Sam are really the only way that. Oh man, he's the same one that played Bob in Stranger Things, also.
That's right.
Like, have you seen season? Yeah, like, so. I mean, no, he's been around, and it's a great movie. It is really fun. Like,
it's a comedy. Yep.
Yeah, and this is definitely on that Bill and Ted's level, because when we were talking about it, it's like I kind of even was feeling bad, because I'm like we just introduced her to probably one of the greatest ones, So it's like, how do you follow up with that?
That's very true. Yeah.
So I mean, and I know Rotten Tomatoes would totally disagree with us, but
of course.
No, it's another fun one. I think it's another one where you're gonna kind of just like sit back, enjoy the cheesiness, and just run with it.
I'm excited. Let's see if it stands up to Bill and Ted or not.
Hey Vince, the cheese is old and moldy. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Is this a quote? Right. I'm gonna have to look out for it now.
Yes, yeah, it'll come up. It'll come up in the movie for sure.
Oh my god, I can't even.
I can't. Oh, dude, there's so many.
Forgot about that too. I totally forgot about that one too, man. Like, as soon as you just start talking about it, it's like my brain is like just pulling everything. It's like, nope, here we go.
So. I cannot wait for Bree to get introduced to Pauly Shore. I am yes, I'm really excited for this. I also think about like grindage and hot on the outside, icicle in the middle. I can't wait to watch this one. This one's gonna be good too.
I'm excited. You guys are hyping it up. You hyped up Bill and Ted, and it was good. So I'm sure this one's gonna be just as good.
Right on. Well, it's Bree, we appreciate having you on, man. It seems like you're coming in about every 5th or 6th episode, so no rush on watching the movie. Take your time getting to it. I hope that, man, I don't want to build it up, but I really feel like if you enjoyed Bill and Ted as much as you did, I think that Encino Man is definitely going to. I feel like it's not going to disappoint. I feel like I feel like Encino Man does not disappoint at all, for sure.
I'm excited. Thanks so much for having me, guys. This is awesome.
All right. Well, once again, that's Bree. Appreciate it. Man. So Vince, what next? What else we got coming up next?
Oh man. Well, we did have a listener who was most excellent, really, in providing a couple of packs of the original trading cards that from the Bill and Ted movie, which did depict scenes from it. On top of that, we also do have the t-shirts that we've been working on. So as a giveaway on Facebook is what we're looking at here. We're going to post a status when this episode does go out. And it's basically just like and share it to be entered into it. We're going to run it for about a week and a half. That one's going to end on the 20th, I believe was the day, is when we're going to go ahead and randomize it and pull the name as we record, and then kind of announce it from there. So a couple of packs of the Bill and Ted trading cards, as well as a t-shirt. We'll get the shirt size and everything once the winner's pulled, and we'll go from there.
This is really exciting. Now, are these original, like the original cards from back when Bill and Ted's first came out?
Yeah, this is man. I kind of even feel weird handling them, because it to me it feels almost so fragile, like it's a collector's item kind of thing,
100%.
But it's one, I don't know, I know I haven't looked up any of these, man, when it comes to trading cards and stuff, I haven't looked up any prices or anything like that at all. So I mean, I'm on the thing it says that you can actually win a trip to San Dimas. I think that might have expired by about 20-ish years or so. But the same thing, there's a t-shirt offer too. I think that is also fully expired.
Oh man.
But based on the design, though, I mean, that might be something that we can totally try and redeem too. I don't know.
I was literally gonna say, send it over. Let me take a look at it. We'll see what we can do.
Oh man, hey, there's another shirt idea. Just take that Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure picture, and just put our faces up there beyond the cube.
Boom. Done. It's already done. Very cool. Man, so kind of not gonna lie about this. Your boy's kind of been slacking on posting on Facebook here recently, but once again, just thank you listeners, because man, even though I haven't really been posting all that much, you're still going to the website, you're still listening from whatever streaming services you get your music or podcast from. Man, keep doing it. But yeah, as far as this contest goes, we will be posting something on Facebook. We're going to run this contest strictly just on Facebook. Make sure to like us at facebook.com/Beyond the Cube podcast. Check it out there. Believe we're going to do you have to like the page, and then you also have to share the page as well too. So who knows? You could be sitting on some major money here. We haven't even looked up, what these collector cards cost. So, man, this contest could literally be dollars over fists, bro. What are we doing? We're just giving money away.
I know, it's totally possible. I mean, and I'm sure we're going to be posting some pictures in the t-shirts here soon too. I mean, yeah, I guess your boys will totally model the Beyond the Cube shirts, start a new career, and then look for us next year on Project Runway.
I was just gonna
as
say.
like cameo model spots. And
There it is. Yep, there it is, man. So speaking of Project Runway, Trish is going to be very disappointed in me because I have not caught up yet. I'm 2 episodes behind. So once we get through here, maybe I might be able to get an episode in, unless I decide to watch Bill and Ted's again, which really possibly thinking about doing.
Yeah, no, I kind of have a movie lined up right now. I think, like I said, like I kind of want to go with the Happy Time Murders. Like I saw that, and I'm like, I told you I can't recommend it to you. I'm sorry, but have you even seen any of the trailers for it at all yet, or no?
I don't think I have, honestly, but I know
Okay.
that Leah's kind of. I don't know if she's seen that already or if that's on her radar. She's really crazy with the documentaries and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Well, so the thing was that this was that Melissa McCarthy police comedy where what was it? Like it's one of those things where it's like what happens to Sesame Street after hours, because it's like half human, half puppet. And yeah, I'm like, no, we're not doing that to you. We can't do it. but but no, I'm definitely gonna check that out. I think that's gonna be another fun one here. Otherwise, man, what else you got, dude?
Oh man. Um Man, outside of that, I not really much of anything else, man. I feel like I got to come up with something. I'm really bad when I'm put on the spot, and I really don't have
worry.
anything.
All right, well, all right, Bob,
Uh,
think about your final thoughts. All right,
Okay.
Bree, what are your final thoughts here?
I don't know. I'm just excited to go watch this movie. Like, you guys keep hyping it up. Bob's like, I'm not gonna hype it up. I'm not gonna hype it up. And you did, Bob, just a little bit, but
It's
and now
hard to
you're
do.
hyping this one up. So I'm like, I gotta watch it. I gotta get on Amazon and watch it.
No, it's so hard to do, especially when it's like we're so passionate about this stuff, you know? Like, I mean, really, yeah, this is part of the childhood, you know? And I'm actually kind of wondering what we missed in Encino Man that we haven't.
dude, very true.
Yeah, now you both gotta rewatch it.
Absolutely. I can tell you that I know that I've seen Encino Man, but it's been probably at least 3 to 5 years, I'm guessing. I mean, it's been one that I've kind of, if it's on TV, I'll watch it. It seems like every now and then it might come on TBS, but it was one of those movies that you watch with the kids even too, because it's a hilarious kind of like high school sort of coming of age kind of movie or whatever. And we watched it with the kids, I believe, one night for sure. So I could definitely say that that Encino Man, I watched that not too long ago. Bill and Ted's was literally like decades. so I do feel pretty confident about this, Bree. I do think that you will probably enjoy Encino Man. If you like Bill and Ted's, I feel like you definitely are going to feel Encino Man for sure.
Yep.
Cool.
And
all right, Vince, you got any final thoughts, bro?
Oh man, really, it's thank you everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. We can't wait to kind of get even more of our stuff out there. I know that I've been posting stories anytime I have writing group now. I'll either post something from the past, like if it's during the week where I don't write anything, but then if it's during the week that I do write, I'm going to share that story. Those are on the Patreon page also.
Sweet.
And what was it? Otherwise, man, I'm just super excited to even get more stuff out there. Just, have everyone kind of like listening, have everyone kind of reading. I know the book I'm working on now is one that I kind of picked back up, that I had finished about like 10,000 words of it and kind of just went on hold for a while there. And then today I just kind of pounded out like a couple chapters. and man, I'm super stoked about it. Like, I'm feeling awesome with it. Like, I love the story. I love everything about it right now. So
That's awesome.
I'm sure that's going to change at some point in time, but no. So I'm more than ready to get that story out there for everyone. And otherwise, just thank you. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for listening. Bob, what you got?
Man, yeah, so I've had a little bit of time to regroup, kind of get myself together. Once again, just want to reinforce the fact that the love that we've been getting from you guys has just been awesome, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you, Vince. Appreciate you, Bree, for kind of working with me tonight and fitting this in. Wasn't sure if we'd be able to do this tonight, so thank you guys for for recording tonight. And man, that's all I got. Nothing but love for everybody. So yeah, I'm signing off here. Vince, so let's let them know where they can find us. Where can they find us at, Vince?
Oh man, Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Cube podcast. On Twitter at, was it Beyond the Cube Podcast 1? No, Beyond the Cube 1. On Instagram, Beyond the Cube Podcast. You can find me on Facebook, on Twitter with at Kindros, or KNDROS. Bob, I know yours is at Bobo. Is it at Bobo at Bob_O815 or?
Close. It is at Bobo_815.
There you go.
Me there at Twitter. I'm also on Facebook as well too. Facebook.com/Bob Marufo Designer. It's a total mouthful. Like it's so hard to spell my last name. I think it might be time to switch it up to something else. So I don't know. Stay tuned on that. We'll see. But yeah, man. Sure. You can find our podcast on our website at beyondthecubepodcast.com. We're also on your favorite streaming platform. So that means Spotify for me. It means iTunes for other people. It means Google Play for whoever. Man. So you'll find us there. I think that's it, man.
Yep, we're good.
All right. Well, once again, we appreciate the listen. Craig, get out of here. I'm ready to hear Josiah with them beats, yo.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, ready. What a time to be alive.